Warriors win it on homecoming against Hillsdale, 41-30. A tremendous third quarter really sealed the deal. Joe Abramson along with Rod Beard. And Rod, the Warriors, hey, Coach said it, they hold their future in their hands, and they're taking care of business so far.
Right. This homestand, I think, was critical for their season. They were able to win these 3 games here in the middle of this, scoring 42 points a game. The offense is clicking on all cylinders. The defense, certainly in the first half and not so much in the fourth quarter, but imposing its will and keeping everything in front of them. And I think that bodes well for the rest of these 6 games that they have going.
Warriors got out to a hot start in the first quarter. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first and second quarters. See how they got things going. It was Romello Brown right away, 35 yards.
That's not a bad option if you're going to start out with Romello Brown. Over 100 yards for a 4th straight game. That big play set up another big play by Deontay Nicholas, who was one of the unsung heroes today with a couple of touchdowns.
That's the only catch he made that didn't end up in gold paint. Romello Brown takes it in for the Warriors' first touchdown. And then a quick screen to Jamel Hicks, and man, it looked like he was off to the races. Still, he got it into the red zone and set up the Warriors' next score.
I mean, in the air, on the ground, we saw a little bit of everything with the way that this offense was able to gain yardage and produce.
Stinson then takes it in. Stinson with over 80 yards rushing today. You know, Romello's over 100, but that's a great 1-2 punch. And then Trey Van Aken with the long catch from Chance Stewart sets up a field goal that got Hillsdale on the board. Matee from 39 yards out made it 14-3. And after the Warriors fumbled the kickoff, Stewart went to his favorite receiver, Trey Brock, for the first of 3 touchdowns that the sophomore scored tonight. That cut it to 14-10, and all of a sudden, you got a ball game.
And up to that point, you thought it was going to be a blowout. It looked like a blowout up to that point. And then you come right back. You got Deontay Nicholas on the wheel route here, and this is coming on the heels of that fumble that he had on the kickoff play. It's just showing good faith and good confidence in your guy to give him another opportunity, and he comes through with flying colors there. 3
catches for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns for Deontay. Here's number 2.
Yeah, this is just another one. It's speed on speed, and I think that's a new wrinkle that they're starting to show, that unless you put somebody on the field that's going to be able to catch up with Deontay Nicholas, you're going to have some issues.
Hey, you can't cover everybody. This time, Stinson takes it to the outside, got a block from Wiska, got a block from Hicks, and got the corner of the end zone.
Once you get that corner, if you're Stinson, when you get the corner, it's just speed on speed. And he's got the feet to be able to get there.
Romello Brown then reached over, crossed the plane of the goal line with the ball right there. You can see it. 4th and goal.
Beast.
Absolutely. And then Trey Brock, the first of 2 where he just reached up where no one else could get it. This guy's a sophomore. He's going to be something to deal with for a while. Reverman sprinted to the end zone. Suddenly it looks like you got a bit of a ball game, but hey, this is 4th quarter. You're on your heels a little bit if you're the Warriors. That was a great catch and a great job of keeping his feet in bounds by Brock.
So this really was a 41-10 game that turned into a 41-31 game that, I mean, the score is going to say that it was fairly close, but up until that 4th quarter, Wayne State was firmly in control of this game.
When the Warriors had to make plays, they made plays, absolutely. Let's take a look at the final stats real quick as the Warriors had control of that game. We'll also, in a second, take a look at our Xfinity X Factor, but first of all, those rushing yards. The Warriors with 250, and that's the key. When they're over 200 rushing yards, they win games. That's the number.
And in the past couple of weeks, it's been over 400. But you see the balance. And Paul Winters had mentioned he wanted to see a little bit more balance between the rush game and the passing game. And he got that today, over 500 yards total. The 2 turnovers didn't really hurt him. But you see the rest of the numbers there. Really good stuff. The penalties, I'm sure, is something they'll shore up over the rest of the way. Hillsdale only won for 5 yards. But Wayne State dominated this game up until the last minutes of the 4th quarter. This was a 31-point margin.
Zazula, again, a season high in passing yards for him. He's getting better every week.
Absolutely. It's just the confidence for him. For a sophomore who's in his 15th start, that's what you need to do.
Now we're going to go to our Xfinity X Factor. What made the difference for the Warriors today? And it was big plays.
Right out the gate, you see the Romello Brown play coming right out, gets you 30-plus yards there, and then Zazula going to Deontay Nicholas.
Those are plays that set up the first touchdown. big chunk plays. Hicks, just a little receiver screen, and he turns on the jets, cuts it inside, gets that thing down inside the 10-yard line. That set up another touchdown. Hey, this time, let's just score a touchdown.
Deontay Nicholas, and we've seen 4 big plays right here that have led to some scores for them.
Hey, the next game that you're going to see here on CN 900, the Warriors will be hosting the Walsh Cavaliers. That's October 15th. Warriors go on the road next week, but October 15th, a noon kickoff against Walsh. They're coming up from Ohio. Warriors going to try to keep this thing going. We'll have that kickoff for you then. Want to remind you once again the final score tonight, Wayne State 41, Hillsdale 30. For my partner Rod Beard, for Tony Ortiz, for our director Mike Johnson, and our entire hard-working crew here at CN 900, I'm Joe Abramson. We'll see you next time with more Wayne State football.